it's time.
Last one for me. I mean, there's times where Carter and Billy kind of rotate who's guarding the primary ball handler and the best option on the other floor. I mean, when you guys recruited them as high school guys, did you envision like right away from the time they get on campus they could be these type of defensive players?
We envisioned Billy. I think there was Billy we felt like was a little bit head uh, defensively. We, but we also knew that with the attributes that Carter has been blessed with, that he can be not a stopper defensively, and his mentality and his attitude is that of such. Like he thinks, right? It's all about in between the ears, and so he is a kid that's confident in his ability to defend. And he and I talk a lot. We talk through text. We talk about some of the stuff that he needs to do defensively, and I'm on him a little bit because I know how good he can be at it. So when we're going through stuff, when we're going over stuff, I'm paying close attention to Carter because he can be absolute menace defensively with his ability, his the way he moves his feet, his length, his size, his strength. Guys can play through his chest. He can play the bump game, and so both of those guys, I told him yesterday in film, like we trust them defensively, but they can be better, right? It's the little small stuff that you kind of want to take a break. You kind of forget a schematic here or there. You want to cheat, and you can't in this league. The players are too good, and so we expect for them to be good defensively, and we trust them defensively to put them on teams' best players. Hutch.
Yeah, Coach, you just touched on this a little bit ago, but I'm curious. You faced Nate Oates for the last several years. How has his offense evolved? Like, how is it different this year than maybe it was in the past?
They've always been a high 3-point shooter team. They've always played the analytics. They're either shooting the three or at the rim. They don't want to take any mid range shots, any floaters, any mid range shots. And that's their system. That's their style. They're um, living in by the analytics of sort. And so what we've tried to do historically is take away their strengths and make their strengths weak. And so last year we had success at doing that. And our kids followed the game plan to a T. They followed it to a T, and we knew what we were going to give up. We knew what we were going to take away, and we were committed to it. And so our job this year is the same, right? Um, and obviously get our jobs, our kids to stick to the game plan and do it at a high level. They're going to take shots. We're not going to shut them out. We won't pitch a shutout. It won't be a game like that. They're going to take shots. They're going to make shots, but we got to make them tough, right? And that's who we are. That's what we do. We're physical. We're a tough defensive team. We take you out of stuff. We make you do stuff that you're not comfortable with doing, and we're going to try to do the same thing to Alabama.
I wanted to ask you specifically about Mark Sears. I know he had a rough game a couple of games ago, but he seems to bounce back pretty nicely. Just what kind of challenges does he present?
I mean, he's the leading scorer on the team. He's also averaging 6 assists a game, so he's able to get his. He's able to celebrate and elevate the other guys, and so um, he's tough. He's one of the best, if not the best, guard in the league. And so he's older, right? He understands winning, right? He's been to a Final Four last year. He's a really good player, and we have respect for him. We're not fearing him at all. Obviously, we played against him in this league a bunch, and so we know what his strengths are, and we're going to try to make sure that we do a good job of not letting him be comfortable. He's got to be uncomfortable like we make everybody else uncomfortable. So that's what we do. That's who we are, and I think they know that, right? It's going to be a discomfortable game for him. He's not going to be comfortable in our building, and we're going to make him do some things that he doesn't want to do, and it's going to be physical. It's going to be grit. He's going to have to play through that. Anthony.
That was the question I was going to ask, so I'm all good.
All right. Anything else? All right. Appreciate the time, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mike.